See, there we go. If there's guards around, they fly their banners around proudly. As they should do. They should announce who they are. I think it's safe to assume anything that we find that's ruined out in the wilderness that isn't on a main road is going to be... Well, even when it is on a main road, that fortress was on a main road. It's going to be inhabited with people we want nothing to do with. But people we will most likely end up with something to do with all the same. Okay, we had a polite word with the lady over there, the smith. She's going to let us use her smelter. I've got all the ore off Lucian. Let's see what we can put together. Goldsmith bars. They're 2 gold ore each. Can we not make any other kind of ingot with them? Right, so from goldsmith bars we make gold bullion. That's 10 bars to a bullion. Right, let's just make a load of bars then for now. There's nothing we need to do with just gold ore. Okay, so now we've processed it. It is a little bit lighter, but it also does still weigh an absolute ton. We can cut these gems I've found as well. Do we want to try that? It's worth right now. I know I can make a 1 carat amethyst out of a 10 carat amethyst. No, thank you. There's a flawed garnet. You can turn that into a 1 carat garnet. Is that an improvement? I'm going to assume it was an improvement. But I don't think there's any worth in actually damaging or changing the gems in any way. Let's leave that. Not unless we're going to craft with them. Right, Lucian. Oh, there you are. Right, why do you look so shocked?
Everything all right?
No, I need to give you all of this.
Whatever you say, boss.
Oh, we actually can afford that Jade Dragon now. Quite easily, actually. And all this coin is actually weighing us down quite a lot. And this isn't even with selling the gold bullion to bankroll it. We've just suddenly got far more septims than we had when we set out. Right, he's a sleazy little man, but that is a beautiful Jade Dragon, and I'm sure it has some historical value. We're picking that up. Right, that's a load of coin. It's no longer weighing us down. Something new for the museum. There's a paint... You know what? Let's splash out a bit. Let's get the painting. See what else there is. Right, no. Okay, we can carry on selling now.
Pardon me, but do I detect a case of the rattles? I've got something for that.
You said this last time I came in, I swear. You're something of a healer, are you?
Of a sort. I don't have formal training in the restoration school, but something just as good. Within these walls, I have all that I need to brew a potion for nearly any ailment. If I had a septum for every case of rock joint or whitbane I've cured since I opened this shop, I'd be a rich woman indeed.
Wait, so you haven't had a single septum for curing people's various, like, was it rockbane and... or whitbane and rock joint? I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention too much to the names of the diseases. The point is, you seem to not be paying for the treatments. You probably would be a rich woman if you actually made people pay for their treatments. I'm actually here for training in alchemy, but first, can I use the Alchemy Lab?
As long as you clean up. You know how to use it, right? Mix a couple of ingredients together, see what happens.
Yeah,
A little wheat and blisterwort makes a healing potion, if you didn't know.
Wheat and blisterwort.
We have plenty of ingredients for sale, too.
Well, thanks for the tip. Wheat and blisterwort. I do want to see what you've got for sale.
Take a look.
You've got blisterwort. Let's try out the recipe you recommended. A bit of wheat, a bit of blisterwort. You don't have any wolf eyes, which I shouldn't be surprised about, because I feel a bit more like a psychopath when I'm looking for wolf eyes to make those potions. The night eye potions. Alright.
Come back anytime if you
Lucian.
need a remedy.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I gave you stuff, didn't I?
Go ahead.
Ingredients, I mean.
Load me up.
And I've definitely given you a lot. No, right.
Let's get back to it.
Yeah, we'll have to come back to that. But while she's told us about that
I sell cures for
potion...
always, and I'll
Oh,
be
here it
happy to
is.
serve you.
The giant glowing umbilical with 3 candles on it. Now, ingredients. Blisterwort and wheat. We've discovered restore health. They're not very
Interesting
strong. It
mixture.
only restores
You'd
22 points of
Experimenting. You'll improve with practice.
health. However, if we can improve our skills, they might be a bit more effective. Right,
If there's
thank you
anything
very
I
much
can
for the
help you
tips.
with, you have but to ask.
No, you've already given me more than enough help, thank you. Oh, you could point me towards the front door, though. Now, we're also looking for one Professor Marassi. We might need to check in the Bannered Mare. But I'm also hoping that we can find an enchanting table somewhere. There don't really seem to be many magical services in this
I
town.
know your family's honor is important to you, but we can't afford it.
It took me weeks to find that thieves' den. I can't stop now, and I can't get the sword on my own.
So you're willing to starve your wife and daughter to reclaim some rusty old sword?
I just need to hire one, maybe 2 good men. You won't starve.
1 or
I'll
2.
put it plainly.
Or
you
3.
can claim your sword, or you can keep your wife. If you set foot outside that gate, I won't be here when you return.
Yeah, mate, I don't think any sword is probably worth your marriage.
Wait,
It's definitely not worth your marriage. You've still got a sword. What was all that
tried
about?
mercenary work? It might suit you.
I dabble. What were you two arguing about?
My Sapphire doesn't like that I've been spending so much time looking for my father's old sword. He fed his entire family with the gold he made using that weapon. I'm not about to let it gather dust in some thief's trophy room.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. You're willing to pay to get this sword back, are you? Why not just, make your own fortunes with your sword there? It looks sturdy enough.
I tracked it to a group of bandits nearby, but I'm no fool. I'd need the Whiterun guards or maybe hire the companions to get it. I don't know why I'm saying this, but if you find it out in your travels, I'd be grateful to you.
I'm not really sure why you're saying it to me either. Well, I did suppose I walked over and I started asking you about it. You're not from Skyrim, though. You Redguard?
No, I'm not. Looks like we've got something in common then. No, I'm a Redguard. My family hails from the Imperial Province. But I left home when I was just a lad. Been wandering ever since.
And now you've finally settled down here in Whiterun, of all places.
If you find that sword, please bring it to me.
I'll have a think about it. I'll see if it's on my way. Where is it, by chance? Let's have a quick look in the journal. It's out of the way. Actually, it's on the way to Brightwood. And I don't know where we've heard of this Brightwood. I tell you what, we might actually put a little detour in our plan. We'll go past... Yeah, we'll take the road. We're going to go past that cave. We'll look for that sword. Hopefully there might be a prize in it for us. And if it's a sword from Hammerfell, it might be of interest to the museum. Maybe you'll be willing to loan it out to us, or we can make a replica. You don't really see too many curved swords here in Skyrim like you do in Hammerfell. And we can go and have a quick peek at whatever this Brightwood is. How would we even ascend there? It's not entirely obvious, because the road seems to fade out here, and then pick back up again going through the mountain pass. Is it going to be up and around? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. We're not going to set out tonight, though. Right, but for now, we wanted to find an enchanting table, because I want to try my hand at disenchanting some things. That is an awfully large longhouse. I'm assuming that's the Jarl's longhouse. Do you think he's maybe compensating for something? It's far bigger than a companion longhouse. It's more like a high house. Is a high house a thing? Dragon's Reach. I mean, it's got a grand enough name. Probably better to call it Dragon's Reach than a longhouse. Oh, hello. Look at that. Is that an act? It's got to be. I think I know why they call it Dragon's Reach now. They've got an actual dragon suspended from the ceiling. Oh, the skeleton of a dragon. I somehow think, no matter how much we wrangle and try to negotiate with the Jarl over there, I don't think he's going to lend that out for educational purposes. I think he's probably just going to hoard it like a dragon atop a pile of gold, but except a Jarl on top of a pile of dragon bones. Right, Court Mage. I don't know what they're all arguing about, but it's none of our business. This looks magey.
There has to be some clue here.
Argonian. So, we can't stop to talk to every single person we meet. Farengar, is it? Are you the Court Mage?
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities, like the rest of the great warriors?
No, I'm actually just here really to use your enchanting table if you don't mind. Are you the only wizard in Whiterun?
I believe I am, yes. Technically speaking, of course. The city is also home to a priest, priestess, an alchemist, and I'm sure others who practice. Ah, that reminds me. Speaking of alchemists, I have some frost salts for Arcadia. She asked me to obtain them for one of her potions. Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? I'm sure Arcadia will provide some form of recompense.
Do I, in the nicest possible way, do I look like a courier to you? I don't mean that, you know, to be sassy, but a lot of people just seem to ask me to deliver things. I went to an alchemist in Markarth once, and they asked me to deliver somebody's, well, very discreet remedy for their problem in a not-so-discreet manner.
Well, let's see. Travel-stained clothes,
okay.
Worn souls, blank and unintelligent expression.
All right.
Yes, in fact, you do.
I work for the Dragonborn Gallery up in Solitude, I'll have you know. You know what, I'm not even asking. I'm using your enchanting table.
You've got the aptitude. You should join the Mages College in Winterhold.
Right. I need to sell these robes. I can probably sell them to him if he's done insulting me. Iron War Axe of Torpor does 15 points of stamina damage. I can learn that, can I? Shall I destroy this item and learn its enchantments? Yes. I've learned the stamina drain enchantment. Okay. We can resist shock. It's a very pricey amulet, though. Do we want to sell that amulet rather than disenchant it? Because that's a lot of septums we could get out of that. I don't think we'll get a full 1,000, but that's somebody will be happy to pay a pretty penny for it. The Dwarven Sword of Irritation, though. Chance to create a distracting noise that interrupts spellcasting for 10 seconds. That does intrigue me. So I'm going to learn its enchantment. The Sound enchantment. And Fortify Smithing. These are actually our braces we brought with us, so we forgot to put away. But perhaps I can learn the enchantment myself, and at some point in the future, make a stronger version of it. Very good. And I do actually have enough experience to now... Oh, that is a very pretty effect. They're all very pretty effects. Yes, I do actually have enough knowledge behind me now to develop a few more skills. I should really do that. Right, Farengar, is it?
It seems this damnable conflict has claimed everyone's passions of late. Me, I prefer my books. And my spells.
Not so much to spells, but I certainly prefer my books to war. What have you got for sale, though?
Take a look.
Oh, 36 Lessons of Vivek. Sermon 4. King Edward, okay. Oh, Saints and Seducers. He's rolling in books. And by rolling, he had like 3. Topaz drop feather earrings. They're actually quite pretty. They're certainly not my style. I'm not going to buy them because I'm never going to wear them or do anything with them. But I do like the feathers. The feathers are a nice touch. Now, you. I need these for the museum. These robes, however, I do not. You can have that. And then... Oh, I'm wearing the emerald medallion of resist shock at the moment. And I'm not wearing my amulet of Zenithar, which would improve the price. Hang on.
Remember.
Ignore what I'm doing. I'm definitely not putting on an amulet that's going to make you so inclined to give me better prices. You okay? Your head just kind of lolled forward there.
There's a tranquility in magic, don't you think? It is simply energy to be harnessed by those with the will and knowledge to do so.
Yes, it's all tranquil until it's been turned into a fireball and thrown at you.
So, you wish to master the arcane arts?
Right, we'll sell the amulet for a little bit more. Oh no, he doesn't even have the money to afford it. Okay, we're not selling him the amulet then. We'll sell him this amulet. You nothing else. Do you have a lot of spell tomes, but well, I can't cast magic at all. I can just about summon Inigo, though. Could I perform another? Is it the Conjuration School? Maybe I can learn another Conjuration spell. It all seems to be about raising minions, though, and skeletons and zombies, and I'm not about that. I'm not about that at all. We can learn conjuration spells to summon a flame Atronak, or a familiar. Tremora Churl, Deadeye Captain, a skeleton pirate that offers to store corpses underwater or dredge them up. What? That's an incredibly specific summoning spell, because one of them's just a generic, oh, summon one of the many thousands, if not millions, of flame Atronachs around and one of the kicking about in, I don't know, the realm of oblivion. You summon a familiar, a Tremora Churl, sure, whatever. Deadeye Skeleton Captain that offers to store corpses underwater or dredge them. I don't... Is he going to take the corpses of the people we kill and then dredge up corpses to help fight for us? I don't understand. I really want to purchase this to figure out what it does, but it also sounds a bit like necromancy, and I've had a bit too much necromancy going on in my life lately. I think I might just want to leave that alone. We can summon a Nordic spirit warrior that shapeshifts between a human and a cat. That I understand. Don't understand where he comes from, but that I understand. I think, now that I've been looking through these tomes and dabbling, considering conjuration, I think we've established I don't yet know enough about magic or conjuration to really attempt any of the spells, right?
All right then.
Yes, thank you.
You're a spoiled baby. I'm going to tell Father you said that. He'll tan your hide for sure.
I wonder if I should travel to Blackmore.
Sounds like the owl's not too important to bend his son over the back of his knee. Right. Yes, getting dark. We should probably head down to the inn and get a room. And we haven't seen Professor Marassi. He's the entire reason that we're really here within the city proper. Beyond selling our goods and wares. Let's go to the Bannered Mare. Let's book a room. And hopefully Professor Marassi will just make himself known as the evening goes on. Is he a Bosmer? Was he? I mean, we should probably see a wood elf standing out from the crowd. Yeah, we'll go to the tavern. We'll pick a a table facing the door, and we'll just keep an eye out.
I've come to take your head again.
No, don't stop now. I really want to hear where that one goes. And you, sir, are a Bosmer.
Hello.
Hello, are you Professor Marassi?
Good day.
You Professor Marassi, am I right?
Well, yes. Who wants to know?
I want to know. My name's Arcadius. I work for the Dragonborn Gallery in Solitude. Orion Morealis told me that you might be interested in being associated with our new Explorer Society.
Oh, yes. That old bookworm up to his old games again? Well, what does old Orion have to say? He still has the relic hunter job to fill?
Actually, no, it doesn't need filling. I don't need replacing. I'm the relic hunter. We have a completely different proposal for you. That's not going to tread on either of our toes. We want you to be our chief archaeologist.
Well, go on then. I'm listening.
Yep. Chief archaeologist, we're putting together an explorer society. We're going to, send a team out into the field, have a little excavation, dig up some relics, see what we've got, and just sort of enrich ourselves. And museum, of course. I mean, sort of enrich ourselves knowledge-wise, not sort of money-wise. Although, a bit of coin might be nice.
Well, that all sounds fine and dandy, but what makes Orion think I want to be involved?
I don't know. You'd have to ask Orion that. He just thought you'd be a good fit. I thought he said something about you wanting to get back into the field more, maybe? I'm not sure. But it's no surprise, really. If you turn down the relic hunter job, you can't be that outgoing.
Oh, come on now. I didn't say I wasn't interested. Just having a bit of fun with you. And what's wrong with my appearance? I am a field archaeologist, after all. I spent most of my time in caves and ruins digging in the dirt.
I didn't say anything was wrong with your appearance.
To deal with bureaucrats and fancily dressed merchants. I don't have to deal with those concerns, so why bother putting on airs? But yes, I am very interested.
You shouldn't wind people up you just met, though.
To work with Orion again. It's been about 30 years or so. Dear me, time flies when you are a mer. Thanks for coming and finding me.
Don't rub it in.
I look forward to working with you in the future, my friend. I'll head to the museum and pay Orion a visit.
I mean, even if you were, 50. If you worked together last when you were both in your 20s, you still look both exceptionally good for your 50s. I'm not even 30. Right, is he... Oh, has he left already? I didn't really soak that bit in. I was just more sort of reeling from that. Well, it felt like a bit of a mortal snub.
Oh, there once was a hero named Inigo the Brave. He got really drunk and his tail he did shave.
What?
Oh, there once was a scholar named Lucian the Bright. He was slight but surprisingly good in a fight.
Now my verse? No? Do I have to make my own verse up? It just feels kind of sad and lonely. Are we awake before the staff? But that's unimportant. Let's consider what we've learned. We've got a fair chunk of health now. We could probably do with catching up with stamina. And then we're up to 2 perks. We did get light armor to 40. That actually does mean we can get keen senses. You no longer need to wear a helmet to benefit from perks that require wearing all light armor. If you are not wearing a helmet, light armor pieces have 20% increased armor rating. It's a vain perk to take, but I'm taking it. I like to feel the wind in my hair. Now, when you enter combat, if wearing all light armor, regenerate up to 10% of your maximum stamina per second. This bonus gradually diminishes over the course of 15 seconds. It's useful, but I don't know if it's useful right now. And the next set of perks... Oh, Lightning Strike, that requires 90 in light armor. Move 10% faster in combat if wearing all light armor. That's 10%. Another 10 levels, rather. I think for the moment, then, what's Evasive Leap? level 60. Wearing all light armor, jump in combat to cause all incoming attacks or spells to miss for 1 second. I do panic and leap a lot. That might actually be a really good one to take. 10% less attack damage from enemies with full health if wearing all light armor. I'm going to leave a light armor for now. We might instead... Well, let's have a look at smithing. It's only 28. I do need to work on smithing because if I want to create armors that I haven't been able to use yet, or find yet, I'm going to need to, well, pour some money into it, I think, to get the materials and just craft things, make things. Well, speech. Sell items for 10% more. Your intimidation attempts are twice as likely to succeed. I think simply having the ability to sell things for a little bit more will be very useful along the way, so we're going to pick up that. Now then, Inigo is all packed, ready to go, so is Lucian. Let's hit the road and let's take off this hood.
So, Mikhail,
there we go, that's better. I gotta feel the wind in my hair again. I know it sounds very romanticized, you know, hitting the road with the wind in your hair, but it's just lovely to feel that breeze. Is there a bit of a hold up? Excuse me. God, we're up early enough to see everybody still getting around to their stalls and shops. Now, we're gonna head back west. It wasn't in our plan when we left Solitude. However, I want to know what's up on that hill. And we've sort of agreed to get that man's sword, and that sword might have some value. I've not even had breakfast. We're not going anywhere till I've had a snack. Okay. We did sort of agree to fetch that man's sword. We didn't, you know, explicitly say that we would, but we said we'd keep an eye out. And that Brightwood, I'm just so curious what it is and why it's on our map. So we're going to set out. We can follow the road, so we should follow the road. It's always a good plan. And especially with all this tall, thick grass, who knows what you're going to ride into if we just try to stride over there blindly. Once we get to this Brightwood, we'll take stock and think about where we're going to move next. Because we were going to get a carriage from here to Winterhold. And although we've had a nice night's rest, it does mean another hard day of riding and bandit slaying, most likely. Oh, I tell you what, I say let's stick to the road where we can. Let's not stick to the road when it takes us right past a fortress. That's definitely not inhabited by people who are friendly towards us. And, okay, there's a saber cat. No, right. Oh. You got it, Inigo? Oh, I need a dismount. Oh no, here we go. Oh. You know what, we're dismounting. Okay, careful. Hey, that. There we go.
No longer a problem.
Yeah, don't say I've not got your back. Right, where are we? And it's awfully overcast. What is, I know it's early in the morning, but the sun should be higher than this by now, surely. Right, let's avoid what looks like a giant bonfire. Let's get back to the road and avoid the giant. There's so much danger everywhere in Skyrim. I know they're only mud crabs, but they are incredibly territorial. I swear mud crabs only see red. Now, the bandit hideout was around here, wasn't it? That must be Brightwood. It looks homely enough. Friendly enough, perhaps? And
Once was a hero named Lucian Flavius, whose singing and writing and looks were just marvelous.
Lucian, when we're on the trail of a bandit stronghold, a little cave, probably not the best idea to sing aloud. as marvelous as your singing is. I do want to hear about that one that began with "Hello Ragnar, my old friend." Because that seems like it could be a hit. Redoran's Retreat. Redoran's Retreat. Isn't it House Redoran? The Dumner noble house. Or am I mistaking that? Either way, this should be the place then. So, best behavior. Quiet indoor voices. By the... I was going to say by the book. We don't really have a book. Do we need to write a book? That's beside the point. Okay. Hello? Try not to have the lantern on too much, but we do need it to see. Okay. No, guys. They've seen the lights. They've definitely seen the lights. Just bear with me. Hello, boy. Oh, no. No, don't tell me he's a guard dog. Oh, I don't want to have to kill the dog.
Bad.
Did they not hear that? Oh, I don't... Okay, no, they definitely heard it. Right. Let's get in there, shall we? I know. I'd be angry too if we killed... Well, if you killed our dog. Who else? Look. I say we didn't come here to fight. We absolutely came in here knowing we were going to end up fighting. I have no septims. I don't think we're alone. Oh, hello! Get that big sword away from us! There you go. See, it's really not. It's not good for our health as well. See, big swords don't always mean better. I got you with this little one. Right, is it clear? Oh, it does go in deeper. But yes, I'd be angry too if you killed our dog.
Lucian.
So I do
Yes,
get
Senator?
it.
Tell me something fascinating to pass the time.
Pass the time.
Well, there once was a young noble called Galfis who fell in love with Vermina. She
Oh.
turned him into a living nightmare and tried to use him to take over the Daggerfall Covenant. A lovely couple, I think.
That is fascinating. I do not understand how you fit so much inside your head. Thank you. My mind is grateful.
And
You're
I'm
very
grateful.
welcome, Inigo.
You should be leading tours through our museum, our gallery. Amida, she's one of the Daedric princes, isn't she? I'm pretty sure she was just using that man. I mean, I assume so. Right, Carta Draconians. Have all of this.
Well done.
Thank you. Right. Question. How are we supposed to identify whose sword is whose? Like, how do we know? Will we know when we see it? Of which sword belongs to Armin's father or belonged to Armin's father? I'm going to assume, because he's a Redguard, it's going to be curved in some form. I think probably Redguard motifs are what are going to tip us off about it, right? Down, down. Guys. Oh. Guys. Fine, fine. We'll follow Inigo's lead. Oh, that is a big battle axe. What? Oh. Yeah, you're on fire. Oh,